Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have our draft analysis for the Pokemon Ultra Draft League Master Ball Division. It's a little long title, but we'll get used to it. But anyway, this is Season 2 of the PUDL, and so we got another draft here. This time we got a draft analysis. Now, for some of you who don't know what draft is or don't know what we were going with, we had 115 points in the bank to draft 10 to 12 Pokemon. And a draft goes from pick 1 to pick 16, and then back from pick 16 to 1. We were pick 8, so we were smack dab right in the middle, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. We didn't really get a chance to bounce our picks off one another and team build like that, but it's whatever. We didn't really get sniped much, but going into it, our first overall pick is going to be Lattos. I can't believe it fell to me. I'm really excited about this. Soldew is allowed. I repeat, Soldew is allowed. Yes, it got nerfed, but Dragon and Psychic type attacks is all I really need. They buffed Luster Purge from 70 base power, 50% chance to lower special defense of the opposing Pokemon, to 95 base power, same secondary effect, with 110 speed and 130 special attack. We're going to be hitting extremely hard. And the only mons that can take that Luster Purge are going to be Dark types. But I got Aura Sphere coming for him, so it's whatever. And they also gave him Flip Turn for whatever reason. So I'm really excited about using Lattos this season. You know Lattos, I don't really have to say much more about him. Going into our second pick, which was actually the first round pick that I wanted, but it came back to me the second round. So we actually picked up Cinder Ras here, Fire type, for as long as we don't use a Fire type, or as long as we use a Fire type move, because we're going to be mostly running Libero. And so from there, we can actually just change into whatever type that I want to, essentially. My favorite set to use with Cinder Ras is actually the Swords Dance Double Edge set, and when they send out their faster mon or try to use priority on me, I can just use Stab Quick Attack with it. So we get Stab on Double Edge and Quick Attack from just the Libero turn of Swords Dance. It's fantastic. I'm really excited about it. Gives us Sucker Punch, gives us U-turn. And so yeah, we have our physical fast mon with 119 speed and 116 attack. We're gonna be hitting hard, we're gonna be hitting fast. It's great. Now we need some bulk, right? I mean, we got no bulk here. I mean, Lattos is pretty specially bulky and can be bulky with Calm Mind, but I digress. We want some natural bulk. This was available. Let's get Tinglu. Dark Ground, Vessel of Ruin, obviously, to lower the special attack of the opposing Pokemon with 80 base. Spadef is kind of crazy. I mean, we're 125 base defense and 155 HP. We're going to be living any one hit that we're invested into. And this is going to be an insanely good mon. 110 attack is nothing to joke around about either. Gives us Stealth Rocks, gives us Spikes, gives us Whirlwind, gives us Ruination. I mean, this mon is stupid. So I'm really excited to use him. Now, the next mon is a fan favorite, and it's a favorite of mine. I wanted to use it last season, but it was taken, unfortunately. And it also gives us our second form of hazard removal, which I didn't even note. Cinder Ras does get Court Change, so that gives us our first form of hazard removal, but we need more because we don't want to run Boots Cinder Ras. So let's go ahead and get some hazard removal and our steel type with Scizor, Bug Steel, Swarm Technician Light, Metal, 130 base attack, 100 defense, and 70 HP. We're physically bulky, we're physically offensive, we're going to be hitting hard, we're going to be taking hits, and only one weakness being fire. We're doing great. Now, we have 2/3 of our Fairy Dragon Steel core, so you already know what we're going for next. We're going to round out that core because fairies are dropping like flies, and you don't want to get it stuck with a bad fairy. So I wanted to get a specially defensive mon at this point because we don't have any base special defense. Obviously, Tinglu is very specially bulky with his ability, but he's not really bulky with the stats. So I wanted to get some raw bulk, and I wanted to get some more specially offensive prowess. Right now, we really only have Lattos, which is arguably all I need, but I digress. We're going to go ahead and pick up Gardevoir, Fairy Psychic. Synchronize, Trace, and Telepathy are its abilities. Synchronize and Trace, I mean, what are we talking about here? These are both great abilities. We have 125 special attack, 115 Spadef, obviously only a little 68 HP, but whatever. Or I think that's 58 HP. Whatever. Oh, no, it is 68 HP. But we have 80 speed, which is a pretty mid speed tier, but it does balance out with what we have so far. But as you can see, we're kind of in a little bit of a weird situation. We don't have a bulky water type. We don't have sticky webs. Oh, there's a mon that is a bulky water that gets sticky webs. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and pick up Araquanid for 9 points. Water Bubble, Water Absorb gives us a water immunity if we need it, and it also gives us a fire resistance with Water Bubble, 92 defense, and 132 special defense. This mon is extremely tanky, and 70 attack isn't terrible. Obviously, we're not going for that. Like, we're not going for that offensive. It's more about that bulk, and we also have a very reliable sticky web user here, and they have to be worried about sticky webs whenever I bring him. It's not like when I bring Araquanid, I'm bringing sticky webs. I'm just going to be bringing Araquanid because it's Araquanid, and sticky webs are going to come along with that. But this allows us to just run choice specs Gardevoir. Shout out to Danny Mac for helping me with this pick. And this is absolutely insane. I mean, we can run specs over Scarf on Gardevoir and be hitting a lot harder without deterring from that speed. Now, right now, our only form of hazard removal is Defog and Court Change on Cinder Ras. So we don't have any way to just get rid of the hazards at our feet while leaving ours up. So that's what we went ahead and solved with our next pick of Hitmon top. Yeah, I mean, come on, right? He's back, you know, fighting. Intimidate and Technician, both very, very useful abilities. With 95 defense and Intimidate, we're going to be able to tank the physical attacks, but we're not pretty frail on the special side either. We got 110 speed def. Obviously, only 70 speed is pretty mid, but whatever. We got 95 attack, Fake Out, Bullet Punch, mainly just Rapid Spin. This mon is actually really good, and I mean, physical attackers aren't going to want to take an Intimidate. And so, being that it is, having a pivot is going to be absolutely fantastic. It also gets Baton Pass for my own type of momentum. Now, from here, we're a little bit weak to flying. We don't have a single flying resist, and we have 2 mons weak to flying. Our last 2 mons, actually. So, to combat this and not add to our ground weakness right now with, I mean, we have Levitate on Lattos, but to not add to that ground weakness with a electric type for our flying resist or a rock type for a flying resist, we actually went and picked up Electros, no weakness. Yeah, that's right. Electric type with Levitate, no weaknesses, with 80 speed def and defense with 85 HP. 115 attack gives us another knockoff user, or 105 speed def, or special attack, so we can hit both ways. So that's fantastic. Now, from here, we really need to get our Terra Mons, and this next mon fits extremely well with our team, with the fact that we can set up sticky webs, and just overall, it's just, oh, I'm so excited for this. We got Braviary, normal flying type, with the Terra types of normal, fighting, and ground, with Keenite, whatever, but Sheer Force and Defiant. Now, most people aren't going to want to play with sticky webs on their side, because you just lose the speed control. So they're going to want to send out their hazard removal, and a good chance is it's going to be a defogger. And so if it is, I can switch Braviary in on the defog if I'm running Defiant and get double my attack and then start crushing things from there. 123 attack, 100 HP, and 80 speed. Like I said, speed is not going to be the problem anymore because we have that sticky web. But that's not the set that I'm excited for. The set that I'm excited for: Sheer Force, Life Orb, Terra Normal, Body Slam. I mean, what are we talking about here? We got double stab boost from our normal stab and then our Terra Normal stab. We have the boost from Sheer Force and the boost from Life Orb. And we are going to take that Life Orb recoil. This thing is going to be hitting extremely hard. And then the types that are going to want to take that, the Steel and Rock types are going to want to switch in on this normal type. Well, we got fighting types for them. We got that superpower if we need it. We also have that Terra fighting. Now, one of our weaknesses is obviously going to be that electric typing and the rock typing. So to combat that, let's go ahead and add in ground type, shall we? Gives us an immunity to electric types, possibly allows us to set up more, and I'm really excited for Braviary. Now, the next mon is going to be our sleeper pick, the mon that everybody underestimates, for 4 points, and I'm super excited for it. We got Bastiodon, and I know you're thinking, what the fuck is this guy thinking, dude? Bastiodon? What are we talking about? No, I'm just playing. We got Rock Steel Bastiodon with Terra Steel as our stab Terra, fighting and flying to get rid of that 4 times ground weakness, so we get a ground immunity now, and our 4 times weakness to fighting, we now resist the fighting type. So that's absolutely fantastic. Now, Terra fighting, what the fuck? I mean, how is that? What are we doing here, Alex? Well, actually, Bastiodon's trash. I mean, we got 52 attack and 47 special attack. Oh, well, we don't need that when we can just body press. Yeah, off that 168 defense. It also happens to get iron defense. So, Terra into fighting to get rid of our 4 times weaknesses. And, yeah, then we can just Terra fighting body press. We're going to hit extremely hard with that. And if they want to set up on us, we can just click foul play. So, yeah, it's going to be absolutely crazy. I'm really excited for this. Now, for our last mon, we have a very, very physically offensive team right now. Right now, we pretty much only have Lattos, Gardevoir, and Electros who can hit specially offensive. All the other ones are 65, 57, 35, 55, 55, 50, 47. I mean, we're not hitting especially offensive outside of those 3 mons. So let's go ahead and bring a threat with our 3 points left, right? I mean, we have the extra Terra points as well. Let's see what we can get here. And it also gives us a much needed speed here. We're bringing Haunter here. I'm really, really excited for this. 115 special attack. I did not think Haunter was this strong, but jeez. 115 special attack coming off 95 speed gives us a great speed tier that we desperately needed, as before this we went from 110 speed with Lattos down right to Gardevoir and Braviary with 80. So that gave us a great much needed speed tier, because I'm going to be honest, they have to fear this. I'm really excited to bring this, and with Terra Ghost Shadow Ball, we're actually going to be hitting harder than Gengar. I mean, isn't that crazy? But if they send in those normal types to combat our Ghost Stab, we got Terra Fighting Focus Blast to knock down the Steel types too. And then Dark gives us our possible Ghost Resist if we need it, but it's more or less just for a Stab Dark Pulse if we really needed to. So yeah, that is the team. I hope you guys are really excited for this. The MSU Dunspartans are really excited for this season, and the battles don't go up till February, but I wanted to get this out early for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.